dot product? It is when you have two vectors, A and B, and the angle between your two vectors is theta. Those vectors are also tail to tail, so don't get confused from before. In a dot product, you want them set up head to tail, and the angle will be between 0 and 180. This dot product will give you a scalar. Later, we're going to be doing things where you have to do the cross product of vectors, and a cross product gives you a vector. But this gives you a scalar. It's only a value. Right now, we're only going to be solving for it as a value because it's not in a word problem. It's not applying to anything. So you will just end up with a value right now. And the formula that you have to use for it is right here. This is one of them. So this one is generally used more when you're given the coordinates of your vectors when you're trying to find the dot product. And when you find the dot product, if you're given your A and your B, you essentially just take each of these, your x values, and then you multiply them together, plus you multiply the y values of the vector and add those two together, and you get the dot product. So if you have to calculate the dot product for this, the formula for the dot product between u and v, and then this equals the magnitude of u times the magnitude of v times cos theta. And in this problem, this is one case where you will be given all of the pieces of information. We are given the magnitude of u, which is 102. We're given the magnitude of v, which is 82. And you're given that cos theta, your theta is 122. And if you had to solve for this, what would you get? And that's the value you'd get. Okay, so if you're going to find the dot product in a case where you're given the vectors, your formula for the dot product is you take your x's and you multiply them. So 5 times negative 1 plus you take your y's and you multiply them. And so if you simplify, you have negative 5 plus 0. So the dot product is negative 5.